Hello everyone, Busy Gamer Dad back again. Going to be picking up where we left off with our triangle strategy. We had just found out that House Falks had fallen. Evlora was there. She killed the leader of House Falks. He did not defect. We also found out that Teleodor's house was betraying us. We just got through the battle with them, and he and Rufus absconded away just at the end of the fight, and Rufus was going to kill Silvio Teleodor. Sorry, Teleodor. Yeah, Teleodor? The traitor. He was going to kill the traitor because he wasn't getting paid. But then he wormed his way out of it. Silvio, he had a better deal for him, and Rufus was listening. And then we had a little bit of a snippet or soundbite from the Hyzanth Nation. They're going to be looking to try and make a deal with us to do something, no doubt trying to trap us in something as well. I did the side quest, I believe, with you guys for Anna, and found out a little bit of a backstory where Benedict wasn't really too keen on using her first, and that kind of recaps the last few episodes. Thanks so much for sticking around. If you guys have been watching this, I've been having a lot of fun playing it, and I can't thank you enough for coming on this journey with me. It's been a lot of fun. And we'll continue on just after our dad joke. How do you fix a cracked pumpkin? With a little pumpkin patch. There you go. All right, cool. So Evlora's reporting into Gustadov to find out what the next move is. Let's see what this is all about.
Congratulations on your victory in the Falk's domain, General.
Thank you, sir. They were proud warriors. And Lord Landroy a formidable foe despite his age.
Ooh.
I imagine he was content to breathe his last on his beloved fields. 30 years have passed since the Salt Iron War. It was time he was put to rest beside that bygone era.
Okay.
Evlora, it is time you had a rest as well.
What do you mean by that, Your Grace?
Your soldiers have fought long and hard. Any longer and their morale may suffer for it.
Okay.
But what of House Wolford? Prince Roland is still with them. Is that not cause for concern?
There are no lords left worth worrying about. House Wolford stands alone after Roland's uprising.
True.
Even so, we would do well not to underestimate them. Even standing alone, they once changed the course of the Salt Iron War.
House Wolford is no longer the hunter, but the hunted.
Mm-hmm.
Or do you believe you understand something that I do not, General?
No. Forgive me, Your Grace.
Okay. So he believes he's won. That's really what it comes down to. He believes he won. What else was there? I'm sorry, I totally forgot about it. We got a Piccoletta. She is a acrobat, but she's basically like a different version of Medina. She might be able to act twice. I'm not sure. Doesn't look like she does, but she throws items that are any items. It seems like she could use a lot of them in a lot of different ways. And she can create a decoy of herself for the enemy to waste a turn on, essentially. I'm not sure how I would use her yet. I haven't tried her out. I also have not tried Medina out, but she has double items, which is, effectively 2 items. So it's going to be interesting to see how those two play into the fold. I will probably end up playing with them offline to get a better handle on their skill sets. But for now, let's go into the main quest, and Roland requests a favor of Benedict, who responds with a shocking proposition. Bum, 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 bum.
You wish to speak to me, Your Highness?
Ooh.
I wish to leave the Wolford domain.
And you want me to persuade Lord Serenoa?
Yes. Though I
saw
doubt
this
he will
coming.
welcome the conversation after the scales have spoken. But the people are tired. Their expressions grim. And this castle is no different.
It's true.
Even so, the decision was made together.
Yes. But I think we all know that I am at the source of our troubles. The responsibility ultimately falls to me.
But if you leave, there's no saying that they won't kill us anyways, so...
If you truly wish to take responsibility, then I do have an idea.
And I would hear it.
Oh dear.
Give me that ring.
But this is proof that I belong to the royal family. What would you do with it?
Have you die for your people?
Ah. Fake his death. Got it. Okay. Looks like there's nothing else for us right now. Yep, looks like we're gonna have a riverbank meeting with Travis and Trish. We haven't seen them since the first battle, since they tried to kidnap Frederica. Bandits on a startling discovery at the riverbank. Oh no.
Hey, boss, come take a look at this.
Ah. So they have a body that they used, unfortunate
Poor
soldier or something
soul.
like that.
Or maybe not so poor, judging by these clothes.
Yep.
Hey, Pa! Remember what I said about that reward money?
Of course I do. This might just be him.
Oh no.
Pa, take a look at this!
Yep.
Shiny ring, huh? Is that the royal emblem? This has got to be Prince Roland.
There you go. It's a smart move, smart play. That way we don't lose Roland as a character, because I mean I did put some upgrades into him.
The corpse is regrettably too damaged to identify, but the royal signet is unmistakable. Aside from Cordelia, there is only one who would wear the royal family's ring. There can be no doubt. This is Prince Roland.
Bum, 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 bum.
Excuse me, Your Grace, but about that reward.
But the reward was for
Fellas.
him alive.
Give them their coin.
Oh, okay.
Yes, brother.
Thank you kindly for your generosity, Your Grace.
They're gonna get thrown in a cell.
What a waste.
Hmm.
Is this truly how the kingdom of Glenbrook meets its end?
House Wolfort are no fools. Their friend was only a liability. They have spared themselves by forsaking the prince.
It's
They
possible.
may have escaped, but there are none who would help them. There is no reason for us to concern ourselves with House Wolfort any longer.
So it gets them off our back for a little while.
A shame.
Your poor brother, betrayed by his most trusted friend.
Mm-hmm. She knows it's not him because she looks for a birthmark
Oh, Roland.
or something. Not that she would do that, potentially, but I would think so. Oh, so that was a pretty quick narrating chapter, essentially. Light and Shadow, I think that was the name of the chapter at the end of, yeah, at the end of our battle. So, okay, we completed it. Let's move on.
The news of Prince Roland's death spreads across the land like wildfire.
Yep.
With his demise, seemingly comes the end of the kingdom of Glenbrook.
Yep.
But only days later, a proclamation is made that would bind Frost and Glenbrook.
They're going to wed.
Bearer of the royal signet and last heir to the throne of Glenbrook, Cordelia is to ascend as queen.
Yep. That's
and
his art.
wed Archduke Gustadolf.
Oh dear. Well, There you go. Kinda saw that coming.
Princess Cordelia is to wed the Archduke? What is the meaning of this? Gustadolf is the very one who invaded Glenbrook.
Yep.
But King Regna is to blame for trying to monopolize the mines.
What does it matter who the princess weds as long as Glenbrook lives on?
It damn well matters to me.
You're about to get your head chopped off, my friend. Silence the rebel-rousers.
My people, our days of late have been dark and filled with strife. Both Glenbrook and Esfrost have suffered countless losses, and we have lost both of our beloved princes. For that,
so?
I offer you my deepest condolences. May they all rest in peace. As you all know, my father was sentenced to death for his role in this tragic event. But how do we come to grips with our sorrow and anger? How do we atone for our mistakes?
Esfrost does not deserve your forgiveness! Do not submit to Gustadolf's will!
Let us recognize our sins as such and move forward. Archduke Gustadolf has magnanimously given us another chance. A chance to see Glenbrook to a fair and free future. As the queen of this kingdom, I, Cordelia of House Glenbrook, do hereby accept the warmth and governance of Esfrost, and swear to do everything in my power to usher in an age of peace with the Archduke.
Oh my.
With all due respect, sir, I do not believe Queen Cordelia to be fit for ruling Glenbrook.
He doesn't. No, she's not. That's why he's gonna do it.
She does not need to be. She is to be our figurehead, a place for the people to focus both their hope and discontent. And while the poor people of Glenbrook stumble in the dark, we shall establish a new government, one based in freedom.
Yep.
Once the people have had a taste of true freedom Esfrost would offer them, there will be no turning back.
That's what he's hoping for.
By the time Cordelia births an heir, both this kingdom and its people will belong solely to Esfrost.
Mm-hmm.
I would be loath to stand upon a political battlefield. It is far more heartless than those of war.
I am simply breathing new life into a kingdom of tired traditions. The people will thank me for it in time.
Oh, man. So, for those of you just tuning in, seeing this episode, Esfrosty's governance and culture is one where...
Father, my brothers, I swear to avenge you.
Where birthright has no control over your ability to excel and exceed. You are judged solely on your merits and what you bring to the culture and the country. So if you were born poor, but you're an excellent miner and show an aptitude for math, you can become a foreman. If you show that you have magic skills, you can become a general. All these things that Glenbrook is more of a traditional hierarchy of nobility and peasantry, where you have sovereign people over their various domains, like the 3 high houses, and then you have a kingship over them. And Hyzanth is more ordained, in a simple way of saying it, where they have a culture based on religious beliefs and zeal, and devotion to that zeal and religion also dictates where you kind of fall in the near caste system as they have established it. So it's interesting to see those cultures collide and clash. You have to let me know if you feel so inclined in the characters that you've seen here and the cultures that you might know about here, which one you would side with. Esfrosty's more freedom-based, you're judged and uplifted or held down by your merits, or the Glenbrook standard hierarchy of nobility and kingship and ruling lineage, or Hyzanth's, religious zealotry and control over the state based on the wills of their goddess. Which one you would prefer? Looks like we have this character story for Roland. Oh, okay, good. Let's do that. I personally do like S-Frosties, but I don't like how they're executed.
You've gotten
does
better,
Sarah
my friend.
know about this
Much better.
ruse?
Only because I've had you to train with.
And how far behind would I be without Sir Maxwell's tutelage?
And that's another thing. Where is Sir Maxwell? I don't think he's dead.
The Dawnspear himself is my personal mentor. And still you're all but my equal.
It's been a while since we last sparred. It takes time to adapt to a new opponent.
Perhaps so. Anyhow, I always enjoy our skirmishes. No better way to clear my head after another quarrel with Father.
Flashback? Yep.
Must all three nations be part of this mining venture? I've yet to hear a convincing argument as to why.
You do not hear because you do not listen.
Hyzant offers nothing but a sliver of their vast riches. Something we could easily do without. I understand the advantage of involving S-Frost. Their expertise speeds things along immeasurably. But Hyzant, have you at least demanded they lower the taxes on salt? Such a change would be welcomed by our subjects and enrich their daily lives. We cannot concede everything while gaining naught in return. Surely you see this, Father.
It has been decided, and I will hear no more. You presume upon matters you do not comprehend.
We don't have all the information, but if that's true,
Father,
that does
I'm
seem
just...
very unbalanced.
Now, Roland, if there is nothing else, pray leave me be. I have more important matters to attend to.
Yes, Father.
Yeah, salt is was a major currency back in the day.
If only I had found the right words. If only I had kept my emotions in check. Perhaps things would have ended differently.
No.
Blaming yourself for past mistakes will lead you nowhere. You must look forward for the opportunities ahead.
Of course. And I trust you'll be at my side come that time.
Just as House Wolfort stands with the crown, I stand with you.
There you go.
I am fortunate to have as loyal a friend as you.
As am I. Enough sentimentality. Raise your spear so I can knock it down.
You're welcome to try, my friend.
The jovial banter of good friends sparring. Very posh. Is there no one the others speak to Cordelia? Again, just moving the quest along. That's fine by me. This seems to be another narrative episode. Hopefully you guys are here for it. But yeah, like I was saying, salt, even in our world, not in this fantasy world, salt was actually a currency. I've said it several times as it comes up here and it gains relevance. That was what people were paid in over in like ancient Egypt and all across the Mediterranean around there, because salt was an easy thing for a lot of people to use and carry and barter with, because it cured meats, it helped a lot of commerce, and it was used as a form of currency and payment. Actually really impressive. Alright, let's see what happens here.
Prince Roland, have you heard about the address at the capital?
There you go. So
I have.
It stands to reason that Sarah Noah does know.
I won't forgive them for making Her Highness say such horrible things.
Enough, Hewitt.
Do they know about
Lied about the king's
yet?
death. They made it seem like Gustadolf was justified.
Say no more. If Cordelia can endure this, so can we.
Voice acting is really good.
And as long as she lives, that is enough for me.
Forgive me, Your Highness.
We all understand how you feel, Prince Roland.
No, I apologize. I lost control. Thinking about it will do us no good. We must rise to action.
So we must.
Indeed we must. Everyone knows of your death now. That means we are free to make our next move.
Yes. Steal
Listen,
into the
my
castle.
friends.
No, not really.
Prince Roland of Glenbrook is dead. I am now merely Roland, a warrior who fled a fallen kingdom. I humbly ask for your support until the sun shines upon our royal line once again.
Really?
Is that Sir Maxwell's?
That mask. You look just like Sir Maxwell.
What?
This is a secret that shall stay within House Wolford.
Master, grant me the strength to free our home from Esfrost's clutches.
Interesting. That's all I'm gonna say. It's just interesting.
How is he doing?
Better than before. He groans in pain from time to time, though.
I see. I wish I could tell Father about our situation now, but...
Lord Serenoa, if your father were awake, I am certain he would praise you for safeguarding Wolford.
Go us.
Sad to say, the real trouble is only just beginning. I'll be damned if House N's protection comes for free. No doubt the longer we stay, the steeper the price.
Precisely. Minister Sorsley is not an altruistic soul.
So, yeah, so they
If you were in
we
his
obviously
shoes,
assume that something
would you
would
do?
happen.
I would squeeze us dry, then look for an opportunity to.
But we won't let that happen.
Mm-hmm.
Of course not. Anna is already on the move. It is our duty to protect and guide this house.
This heart ain't changed since the day Lord Simon took me in, lad. I'm ready to put my life on the line for this house. We'll get past this, one way or another. You'll see.
Thank you so much. Both of you.
Yeah, it's good to have good counsel. It really is. Wow, so many things. Let's try and get through them so we can get to the main quest again. It looks like we're... Voices or doubts. Interesting. Alright, let's go right to left. The source. Let's go to Hyvan. The Roselian are slaves inside Hyzanth because they rebelled. Oh my gosh, that's gonna be awful.
Water!
On your feet!
Water, please!
Get back to work! You aren't the only one who's thirsty!
No setbacks, I presume?
None, sir. We are already well ahead of schedule.
Splendid. The ledger, if you would.
Yes, sir.
Why is there a barrel just half out of the ground?
I would hate for there to be a problem with our numbers. I will hold on to this for now.
Oh.
Of course, sir.
Water!
Put the poor thing out of its misery, Booker.
Oh dear.
You must be firm with the Roselle. Show them the slightest mercy, and they'll think they deserve more.
You just got blood all over the salt.
Yes, sir!
You can't sell that now. It's gross. Alright. Honey gathers information.
I see. So there is an illicit salt trade held outside the auspices of the Norzelia Consortium.
In this business, you cannot avoid rumors even if you try. They say sneaking under the Consortium's nose is well worth the risk, but I am not so bold.
And who is behind all this?
I wish I could say.
I am not asking you to tell me for free.
Oh, money.
How generous of you. It's but a rumor, of course. They say none other than Minister End in Hyzat is pulling the strings.
Yep.
And some free advice for you, my friend? You'd do well not to get involved.
Why?
I'm afraid that will cost a separate fee.
There you go.
Why, thank you.
And then that's going to be a good conversation for later, I'm sure. And then the last one is Twins Gates. Oh, at the Twins Gate, the death of an ardent youth changes the fate of one man. What is this?
Lord Svarog, the body of Lord Dragan.
Svarog. Oh, okay.
So my son has finally returned home. I will be there soon. Is something the matter?
I think it better not to look, my lord.
And why is that?
His face. There is no vestige of the handsome lad he once was.
Oh, my son.
So, Svarog's son was...
I understand. You are dismissed.
So he's the former leader of Estros. He's the former figurehead of Estros, but Gustadolf forced him out.
I am so sorry, my boy. Please forgive your pitiful excuse.
That'd be hard.
I will find the one who did this to you. I swear it.
Oh, that's rough. So I believe Dragan was the son for Svarog who got killed. I'm not entirely sure about that. I wouldn't be surprised if that's the case. But Svarog, as I remember reading some of the lore in the world, he's like a former head official or like the head official, and Gustadolf forced him out. But being the nature of Gustadolf's culture, Dragan was really smart and made his way up the ranks as a mining supervisor and could understand the nuances for bedrock and things like that. So I think that's how it worked out. I'm not entirely sure, but we'll continue on. We'll go through this right here as well. Move the story along several days later.
Serenoa, do you have a moment? I was hoping to talk to you about our marriage.
She's gonna call it off.
Now that Glenbrook has been brought to ruin by Esfrost, is there any meaning to our union? My brother may have been planning this from the start. And yet I came to Wolffort with the intent of marrying you, completely unaware of it. It's always like this. Nothing ever goes as I would wish it. The course of my life has always been at the mercy of others.
As has mine. Almost nothing happens the way I thought it would.
But you have a home. Somewhere you can return to someday. You are surrounded by people who care about you.
They care about you too, though.
As do you, as a member of House Wolffort. Your place is with us now.
Yeah.
Serenoa.
And though this may sound pretentious, this is a time for you to think about your future and what you must do, Frederica. Just as I am.
I suppose you were right. What must
Here you are.
Oh, Gila ruining the moment.
Master Benedict has been searching for you both.
Understood. Let him know we will return at once.
Ruining the moment. Oh, Gila. He's legit wearing the hat now and the mask. That's funny.
Yes, mostly food and materials, plus a considerable amount of coin.
That is quite kind of him.
House End is a wealthy one, even by Hyzant's standards. This would barely put a dent in their coffers. We have distributed the resources as needed. We've even managed to restock our reserves.
Oh.
Wish I could be happy for the help, but I can't say I am.
Agreed. Relying on them comes at a price. They will be looking for recompense.
I believe that to be their true aim.
But this is the path we chose to walk together.
It is?
Indeed. And as long as we stay the course, the winds of favor will someday be at our backs.
A missive from Minister Sorcelet has arrived.
There you go. There's the request.
I see he wastes no time. What absurd request could he possibly have in store for us?
Nothing good, that's for sure.
Let me guess. He wants us to kill somebody. He wants us to pick a fight. Oh, it's never good when it says saving in progress. Oh, and there's a Scales event. Alright, cool. Well, I'm going to stop it here then before we get into the Scales event. Busy Gamer Dad showing some more triangle strategy. A narrative episode, to be sure. Going through all the side quests and everything like that. Having a great time with this still. Thanks so much again for coming along with me on the journey. And hopefully you guys are sticking around for it and enjoy the gameplay as much as you enjoy this story. And like, comment, subscribe if you feel so inclined. If not, thank you so much for stopping by, and we'll catch you in the next one. Later.